Let's talk about blocking the best stunt in Madden 26. The 3-3 single mug, or really any single mug defense, regardless of 3-3, 2-4, etc., is the best stunt in the game. And the name of it is the Texas 4-man. We've talked about stunts here on the channel already, but this one in particular is quite effective, especially if you occupy the center. So let's go ahead and break down what this stunt does, and most importantly, how to counter it. But make sure that you guys are already subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, grab out your pen and pad. We're about to get after it. So as I've already mentioned, you could choose any play in the 3-3 single mug. To call a stunt from the play call menu, press and hold the button associated with the play call you want, and then cycle down to the bottom, Texas 4-man. The setup for this is going to be very, very simple. All you do when you break the huddle is spread your defensive line, okay? From there, some players will also spread their linebackers to get them out of the box. That is absolutely an option. Some players will show blitz to walk their linebacker down to the other edge, creating kind of a dime look, which is kind of useful depending on what coverage call you're in. But the important thing with this is that you occupy the center. So a lot of players are going to kind of be back here in this spot, third down and long. And, you know, they're not thinking that you're running the ball because you can run on this formation, but they're going to just basically occupy the center. So when the ball is snapped here, you're going to see if you just drag the center left or right, this creates issues for how the offensive line picks up this stunt. So I'll kind of show this to you again. You know, this can work left or right. If I occupy the center to the right, a lot of times the left comes in, and if I occupy the center to the left, a lot of times the right comes in. Now, there are ways to make this stunt a little bit more impactful. I think that having super high acceleration kind of across your line will really open this up. So what I'll do here is I'll just kind of put in, I'll put in some budget acceleration here. We'll put Parsons on the line. Let's put Burns can stay out there. That's fine. So again, we're choosing any play we want. Could be quarters, could be really anything. And we're calling this stunt. You go ahead and spread the line. If you guys are calling this from the play call menu, be aware that some of these plays have stock contains. To fix this, all you have to do is crash your defensive line and then select this from the stunt menu. Once you're on the field, the way that you pull the stunt menu up is left on the D-pad, right bumper, and then you're going to hit left on the first page. So you see Texas 4-man. It's usually the last stunt in a 4-down lineman. Press the button associated with that play, and boom, we're right in it. Now from there, again, you can do whatever you want with your linebackers. I'm going to set it up like so, and you just get the attention of the center. And this is going to open up that loop. Again, you drag them left, you drag them right. It's going to open up the opposite guy more often than not. One more time, you crash if there's a contain, call your Texas, spread your line, and then just occupy the center. This time I'm going to try to get his attention to the left, just by kind of running down at his left shoulder, and then boom, look at how the right comes in. Pretty easy. I mean, this is what everybody runs online, and we need to know how to counter it. Which brings me to my next point. There's a lot of topics in Madden that require countering. And if you guys aren't necessarily aware of some of those tactics, we're talking this stunt, stem corners, RPOs, a lot of different things in this game. Make sure you guys open up a tab and head over to my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. In the first 10 days of Madden 26, we already have 2 game plans on the website. 2 of my best projects I've ever put out in my life doing Madden tips. I've got a full bunch tight end game plan out of the Minnesota Vikings, which you can apply pretty much all the teachings to any bunch tight end playbook in the game, of which there are 12, I believe. And on top of that, I have the best coverage rules game plan that you will find anywhere in the Madden community. If you guys want to run cover 2, cover 3, cover 4 match, which also includes cover 4 quarters, palms, cover 6, and cover 9, and how they work against all the formations in this game, make sure you guys go check that out, because you will take those teachings and apply those into whatever defense you want to run, whether it's single mug or nickel wide or nickel over or load or dime, you name it, those coverage rules apply. You just got to find whatever you're comfortable in to stop the run or blitz the passer, or if you just want to stunt, that game plan is amazing if you choose a good formation that stunts, like for instance, one we're talking about right there. You guys can unlock the entire website for $14.95. Make sure you guys go check it out. You can also bundle your college football membership, so go take advantage of that. Link is in the description. Okay, Zan, so you've shown us here how to run this stunt, but what do we do to block it? Well, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Medic, because he's one of the first people that I saw talking about this in the community. If you were ever facing someone that runs this Texas 4-man stunt, again, the way that you can tell is by watching the defensive ends. If they super hard loop inside, it's a Texas 4-man. There is a very easy way to block this. What you are going to do is you are going to go to your offensive line, First things first, you want to make sure they're in an empty protection. If you don't know what that means, look at the pass blocking tees or these drop back assignments that they are, these little gray lines. Notice how they have dashed lines in them. That means that you are in an empty protection. This means that the offensive linemen are scanning, looking to pass off and negotiate players that are stunting better. This is considerably better than if you run a base protection. The way that you can tell if somebody's in a base protection is if they have hard, solid blocking tees that have no dotted lines in the middle of them. In these particular cases, this is a much more liable to get picked type of blocking scheme. And a lot of times they get these crazy disengages where, you know, the D tackles actually get you a lot of pressure. Empty is far superior. I'm not saying you can never block it with base. I'm just saying empty is better. So first things first, we want to make sure that we have empty protection, and then we're going to put in a couple of different commands to really make this work. The first one that we're going to put in is a double team of the left of screen defensive end. Then from there, there's one other thing that we want to do. If it's not already done, you will make sure that you have a flame logo on the user. As we talked about, the flame logo on the user is the real issue here. If you occupy the center, he can't apply help left or right, which oftentimes makes it so that pressure comes in. So if you have a flame logo on that user over the center will not look at him, and that will allow him to then choose a side. And then from there, we are going to make sure that we have a ID the mic on the opposite end. This is something that Medic was doing. A lot of players just do the double team and maybe the on target. They don't do the ID the mic. I go the full way on this and I do all three. And I have not been sacked cleanly by this where it just comes in free since I've started doing this. Now, sheds can still occur, things like that, but this is really, really easy. That's what I'm talking about with the shed right there. Not a free runner, right? From there, that's ratings. You know, what is the pass block finesse of my guy against Micah Parsons' finesse move? What's my pass blocking power against his power move? Things like that will impact that. But again, just to go over that, if we're ever wanting to block this stunt, we want to make sure that we are going with a on target of the user and a double team of the left of screen minimum. When you do this, this will make it so you're in a much better spot to block this. Now, again, you notice right there, I didn't go that extra step of adding the ID the mic, and the pressure kind of came in. So do everything. Don't be lazy. Okay. So again, one more time, and then we'll call it a video here. We are going to make sure that we have empty. We are going to double team. We are going to untarget, and we are going to ID the mic. You want to see this when you take a look at it. Dashed lines, double team, mic, middle is an untarget. Then when you snap this ball, look at the way this is picked up. It just handled it perfectly. I didn't set up any route combos, but we have a pocket to throw from. And you guys don't have to worry about ever being sacked by the Texas 4-man stunt again. Now, this is specific to the Texas 4-man stunt. If you guys run it and that's your main source of pressure and you're looking for more, I would highly recommend you go to my most recent vault update on gridirongameplans.gg. So make sure you guys click the link in the description. I'm going to show you guys how to absolutely abuse players that like to block the Texas 4-man stunt, because this opens up so many other possibilities. So go check out the vault. Got a lot of stuff that you guys can run in front of my match coverage Bible. You guys will be getting more stops than you ever have in Madden 26. That I assure you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan with the Lab, and good luck.